Good evening, everyone. Are you able to hear me? I hope yes. Yes, good evening, everyone here. Many students I can see: Vinitha, Vaishnavi, Swapnil, Gayatri, Prakhar, Shiva. Yes, fine, thank you. Okay, so finally, this is beginning of your last batch for CAT 2024, and this is our Rananeeti session. Ready? Okay, so this first week is going to be your Rananeeti session, and many of you are asking in the previous sessions as well कि batch कब start होगा, Facebook classes कब start होंगी, and in the beginning also I could see the same thing, right? Okay, so we are going to discuss all about that. This is basically the Rananeeti session plus practice. As you can see here, CAT Quant Strategy and Practice. So that is our objective today. So we are going to discuss, so what is the strategy for tackling this quant section, and we will be doing a bit of practice as well. Fine. So that is our agenda for the day. Let's start. So this is your CAT 24 last batch, and this is a schedule. I don't know whether it has been yet shared with you on your groups or not. It will be shared there also. So this is a Rananeeti sessions schedule. So the first session right now we are having, this is CAT QA strategy and practice. And after this, CAT last batch secret group addition starts. So many of you were anxious about this, isn't it? So your secret group will be created on Facebook, and you will be added in that. Fine. So this will be starting today only. And then tomorrow you are having a mega counseling session at 11 a.m. After that, you will be having CAT Toppers Roundtable with 5 top B school students of iQuanta, of course. So that is at 4 p.m. So both of these are scheduled tomorrow, that is 21st July. Fine. And after that, day after tomorrow, 22nd July and 23rd July, you are having a special session, how to crack CAT in 4 months. In this 4 months, how you can crack CAT now. So July is almost there. So July, August, September, October, or including November also. So in these 4 months, how you can crack CAT. So this will be a session by Abhishek sir, and this will be by Vikrant sir, cracking CAT VARC in 4 months. So these are again strategy sessions. And then from 24th July, that is this Sunday, classes start for CAT 24 last batch. That will be in your Facebook group. Fine. So from here, that is 24th July, your live stream classes, your actual classes will be starting in your Facebook group. And before that, these are the Rananeeti sessions we are having. I hope this will give you some solace, isn't it? Okay, now what is the procedure that I'm going to tell you? When will the group addition start? Shiva, it is mentioned here, na? You don't need to do anything for that. You just need to register for the course if you have not done yet. So addition in the group will be done by our team only. Fine, you are not to do anything for that. You just need to join the course if you have not done. Okay, so this was the beginning phase. Now, how the classes will be happening? You will be having 6 live classes every week. In other batches, we are having 2 or 3 live classes every week. But here, you can see LRDI on Monday, Tuesday, VARC every Wednesday, Thursday, and Quant Friday, Saturday. So basically 6 live classes, daily 1 live class you are having. And in addition, there are many more things that I am going to discuss now. Fine. So this is going to be a hectic schedule. And if you are consistent, if you are willing, if you are really fired up for this, you certainly can achieve it. Isn't it? Okay. Now, yes. So by October 1st, the syllabus will be done. By October 1st week, the syllabus will be done. As we just counted, this is last week of July, right? So 1 week of July. After that, you are having August, you are having September, and then first week of October. That means total you are having around 2.5 months, isn't it? You are having around 2.5 months. Exactly, Ronak. That's the whole objective. That's what we are discussing. So even if you have not yet started, you can start right now. So you are going to have around 2.5 months of regular classes, rigorous classes. And after that, you are going to start taking mock also by mid of August after your arithmetic topic, which is most weighted one. It is done. So basically everything can be done even if you start right now, still it is possible. That is the whole objective of today's session, to be sure that it is possible. And you are to be sure. I am sure. Our team is sure. Now you are to be sure, yes, I can do it. So if you are sure and if you are confident, then certainly you can do it. Okay? Aditya, contact our team for that. Okay, will the live classes cover from the basics of all subjects? Yes, of course, of course. And not only live classes, you are going to have simultaneously many more sessions, practice sessions, application classes, marathons, previous year's questions. Other than that, a lot of assignments to be solved. That's why I said this is a hectic schedule. So this last batch is really one of the most hectic ones, and it is for the most serious ones who are really serious. If you are non-serious, then this hectic schedule may not be fruitful for you. But if you are dedicated, then this last batch is really most wonderful of all of our batches. Not only for our institute, it's for everywhere, anywhere. But you need to be dedicated for that. Okay, so this is the broad outlines here. And next, how we are going to do about it? You're going to have a lot of different things. But let's see. Let's talk a little bit about this quant section. So weightage and syllabus of CAT Quant. By the way, any of you have appeared in CAT earlier? Have any of you appeared in CAT earlier? You can mention in the comments in which year have you earlier participated in CAT. Yes, what are application classes? Yes, I'm going to explain that. But before that, we are going to see the distribution of syllabus and weightage. Yes, for working professional, this is perfectly fine. See, more you have desire to crack it, you can do it. And least you are enthusiastic about it, it won't be possible. So that's why I'm saying batch is really very, very energetic batch. Okay, many of you are newcomers. Some of you have attempted last year CAT. Fine, CAT 23 you have attempted. Good. Okay, it's almost 50-50 I'm seeing in the comments here. Fine. So basically, even if you are just starting to prepare for CAT, you have not attempted any CAT earlier, as many of you are mentioning. And many of you have attempted last year CAT as well. So you're familiar with little bit of CAT. Fine. So what is that part? In CAT, basically quant, LRDI and verbal. These three sections are there. So today we are going to focus on this quant part. Okay? There are three sections here. So out of these three sections, the one section is quant. And in this quant section, it is basically mathematics till 10th level, you can say. So there are various subtopics. And the major topics are arithmetic and algebra, numbers, you have modern math, and also geometry. See, majority of the topics in this quant section belong to your syllabus of mathematics till 10th class. And till 10th class, everyone has studied mathematics, isn't it? Right? So here Neha is asking, what will be the maximum time for practice of quants? As much as you can dedicate, you can devote, Neha. It depends on you. You are supposed to attend all the classes, all the sessions. And with that, how much extra time for your self-study you can devote, that is up to you. As much as possible, certainly. I'm a dental doctor holding good academics, Pranav is saying. Is that possible for me to crack? You belong to a particular category as well. Nice, Pranav. I'm just recalling by your comment. I had a student way back. He belonged to regular general category only without any reservation. And he was also a doctor, I think from Maulana Azad Medical College, Mamsi. And he got in IIM Lucknow in his first attempt. And his parents, both parents were doctors. That's why he became a doctor. But he was not satisfied with that. So that's why he wanted to shift. And he was very intelligent, of course. He got admission in a good college. So then I am Lucknow was the one which he converted. So yes, it is possible. Certainly it is possible. It totally depends on your dedication. I'm saying that repeatedly. It totally depends on your dedication. So if you are ready, if you are willing, if you are enthusiastic, certainly you can do it, and we are here to help you in every possible manner. Okay, so रुद्रिका, this is for CAT 24. आप 24 में करो ना, 25 का क्यों वेट करती हो? By the way, 25 batch is also starting. 25 batch is also starting. Already some pre-classes are going on for that. So you can contact our team for the details. Okay. Now let's come back to here. So I was discussing about the topics here which you can see. They majorly belong to your 10th class mathematics, up to 10th class. And there are hardly few topics which comes under the category normally in the modern math, and some few topics in this algebra section also, which may belong to touching the syllabus of 11th and 12th class mathematics. So even if you have studied mathematics till 10th and you have not studied after that, still it is possible for you. Okay? It is not required that you should be from a math background. So many of the students feel like that. So specifically for that purpose, tackling that purpose only, we have various strategies here. We are going to discuss that. So now let's see the distribution here. Let's see the distribution of topics. Let me read a few more comments. Rudrika says 879 engineer with no work experience. What are chances? Excellent chances, Rudrika. It depends upon your CAT score now. Other things are already fixed. Your 10th score, your 12th score, your graduation, if you have completed, that is already fixed now. Now, what is in your hand? It's only CAT score, isn't it? It's true for everyone. So now it's your only target should be to do as much as possible, as best as possible in your CAT score. Does a CA student get benefits in selection? CA is considered as a professional degree, so yes, there is some weightage for that. Ayukta? Ashish, when will the class start officially? Ashika, I mentioned that. I think you joined late. I think you should rewind by 4-5 minutes. You will see the slide there. So by this Sunday, 24th July, your regular classes, live classes in Facebook will be starting, and your classes are already started, by the way. And this week there are Rananeeti sessions, of which this is one of them. These are strategy sessions, and from 24th July, your classes in the Facebook group will be starting. And how I can manage? They are in the evening classes, 7 to 9, Vidya. We have many students who are college going. Can we compensate application classes with self-study? Yes, application classes are in late night. I'm going to tell that. Wait for that. Wait. Yes, 4-month daily, 8 to 9 hour, enough. Excellent, Ritesh. Wonderful. That's sufficient. Yes. My score in 10th was 10 CGPA, got 74% in 12th. Will I get any call from IIM ABCK? Ayushi, it depends upon your CAT score also. If you have no CAT score, if you have very low CAT score, then certainly these academics will not help. Right? These credentials will not help. So CAT score is the next thing which you require in your CAP. Okay. Yes, 8 to 9 hours, certainly enough, Ritesh. I guess lot of students have joined late. So those who are asking, okay, I'm showing you the previous screen once again. See, here is the timeline. We just told you timeline for the course completion. So this first week, 20th July, this one session we are doing right now, this CAT QA strategy and practice, quant strategy. And today only your secret batch, secret group in the Facebook will be starting, right? And the students will be added there. And it will continue, and your classes will be starting. Your classes start for 24 batch on 24th July. Fine, you will be getting scheduled for that. And in between, you are going to have 2 days, 21, 22 and 23. There are 3 days rather. So 21, that is tomorrow, you are going to have a counseling session at 11 a.m. And at 4 p.m. also, you are going to have a roundtable session with B school students. After that, on 22 and 23, you are having how to crack CAT in these 4 months. So what is the strategy to crack the CAT in these 4 months? So there will be detailed strategy, detailed discussion by our Abhishek sir and Vikrant sir that you will be attending on 22nd and 23rd. And from 24th, your regular classes will be starting. And this is the schedule of the classes broadly, that 2 days you are having LRDI, 2 days VARC, and 2 days for Quant. Monday, Tuesday, LRDI. Wednesday, Thursday, it's VARC, and Quant on Friday, Saturday. These are the live classes. And after that, there are many more things which I'm just going to discuss. And by October 1st week, your whole syllabus will be over. And in between, from mid-August From mid-August, you will be starting to take MOOCs also. Fine. So that is a broad outline of the course. And now we are discussing about the various composition of these quant topics. What are the weightages? What do you feel out of these topics, which is most prominent in CAT? Okay, let's see the facts and figures, actual facts and figures. So this is the CAT 2023 quant section for slot 1, 2 and 3. Okay? So here you are seeing the actual topic names. You are seeing the actual topic names here. Aditi's secret group is on the Facebook. It's a Facebook group only for the students who have enrolled for the course. Fine. Right now, these sessions you are seeing on the YouTube, they are free sessions for everyone. Whether you have joined or you are yet thinking, you can attend that. But secret group is on the Facebook, which is only for the enrolled students. Okay, yes, arithmetic is the largest topic, largest contributor. Arithmetic as well as algebra. Let's see here. This average ratio, mixture and alligation, that's a part of your arithmetic. You can see in first load 4 questions, load 2 6 questions, load 3 questions. Then profit loss, SICI, simple interest, compound interest and percentage. That's also arithmetic. Time, speed, distance, time and work, that is also arithmetic. So these first 3 parts, they belong to arithmetic. Fine. And this arithmetic, if you see, there are 8 questions in the first slot, 9 questions in second slot, and in third slot also there are 9 questions. See, out of total 22 questions in the quant section, out of total 22, let me write here, out of 22 questions in the quant section, 8 to 9 questions are from arithmetic. You can see it is more than 1/3, isn't it? Almost 35%. Fine, 35 to 40% rather. Okay, so it is much more than enough. How much is required to crack the quant section to get a good percentile or top percentile or 99 percentile or maybe more than that? Only one section, this one topic is sufficient, isn't it? But generally it is not possible because out of these 8 or 9 questions, few questions you are not going to get correct also. Fine. So we need to do all the sections or all the topics, but we are seeing what is the importance of the particular topics. ठीक है ना? Okay, I will see your comments afterwards. Let me finish this part. And then next, geometry also you see there are 3 consistent questions in every slot. There are 3 out of 22. Then quadratic, polynomial and simple equation, progression and series, inequalities, modulus and function, logarithm indices and surds, all these form the part of your algebra. And out of these 4, you can see the number of questions, 4 plus 2, 6 and 7, 1, 8. There are 8 questions again. Here, 3 and 2, 5 and 1, 6 and 2, 8 again. And here, 3 and 2, 5 and 3, 8, 8 again. So this is also 8 out of 22. So these 2, arithmetic and algebra, these are 2 major contributor. So that is our strategy. That's what we are going to do also. And this is not only for the last year. If you see the previous years also, at least last 5-10 years, you will find that major contribution is from these 2 areas of this quant, arithmetic and algebra. Always you are going to find the maximum number of questions from these 2 topics of quant. Basically, arithmetic involves a lot of topics. You can see a lot of subtopics are here. Similarly, in algebra as well, there are many subtopics here. Fine. So both of these topics form the major part of your CAT Quant. Other than that, geometry also has a place. There are 3 consistent questions in each of the slots. And other than that, you have this modern maths, which is a probability and permutation combination. Some miscellaneous topics are also there, and number system is also there. So basically, you can see from this analysis that majority of the questions in the exam in quant section you are getting from these 2 topics, arithmetic and algebra. And that is what is going to be our focus also. That's how we are going to proceed. Fine, let me read few of your comments. Is work experience necessary? Nikhil is asking. It is advantageous, Nikhil, if you are having, but it is not required. It is not necessary, at least in Indian B schools. If you are aiming for the US or some other country B schools, so then they prefer, then business, this experience is must, work experience is must, but in Indian B schools, it is not. It is not. Dark Warrior, my score in 10th was 75% in 10th, 65 in 12th. I'm currently in I'm both Gaya for UG. Is ABC possible? Why not? Why not? It's there for everyone. Devesh, I'm third year student. Should I be eligible for CAT? Yes, yes. See, those who are going to complete their graduation 25, they are eligible to apply. I repeat, those who are completing their graduation in 2025, they are eligible to write this year CAT legally. Fine. Will the classes be recorded? Of course, of course. In the YouTube, these sessions are also being recorded, and in the Facebook group also, all the sessions are recorded. You can see them afterwards. Fine. Does the difficulty of question varies in different slots? It is assumption, Ashish. You cannot compare two questions actually. See, CAT will not be partial to any particular slot, na? But of course, students think like that sometimes, but it is practically, it is not there. Okay, so don't think in that direction. You cannot, it is beyond your control. Fine. And okay, NCRT math is enough. Alok is asking, yes, NCRT math is sufficient. Who was this? Alok. Yes, certainly, Alok. So I told you that syllabus, the topics of quant are till 10th level only. See, let me clear it, make it very clear that if your basics till 10th class mathematics are good, or should I say exceptional, then CAT Quant is very easy for you. Now, it is just slight addition over that. But if you are not good at maths till 10th class, then you need to really work hard, and we have a strategy for that also. Fine. Okay. What are the slots? Prashant, CAT is conducted in 3 time slots: morning session, then afternoon session, then evening session. That's why slot 1, 2, 3. Fine. Okay. I will read one more comment. I have 2 years gap. Can I get a call from? Yes. It depends on CAT score. That's what I'm saying. Gap doesn't hamper your call. Okay. I'm non-engineering students and only have 4 months. Yes, certainly you have additional advantage. You know, the students who are not from engineering background, they get extra weightage in most of the IIMs. So you have extra weightage provided you get a good CAT score. It depends upon your performance. How to improve quant standard? Yes, that's a good question. Now let's see how we are going to study. Okay, I'm going to take the comments later. Let me just take one more. Doyle Pal. Sir, should I practice LOD 3 of Arun Sharma book for quants? See, you are going to get enough study material here. So if you get extra time other than that, then you are free. Certainly you should go for everything, whatever is possible. But the first requirement is that you should cover the whole material provided here. And believe me, you won't get extra time for anything else. Okay, na? Okay, I will check more comments afterwards. Yes, non-engineering videos. Yes, that's a good point. Okay, now I'm moving to that part. What is our strategy? How we are going to cover it? Okay, so now CAT quant scores versus percentile. So how much score is required? We have seen the topic-wise distribution so far in the previous slide that we saw that out of 22 questions which were asked in last year CAT quant, and majority questions were from arithmetic and algebra section. Fine. And the marking scheme was +3 for the correct answer and -1 for the wrong answer, which were the questions which were MCQ form. And there were questions of the form theta also, which there was no option. In those questions, there was no negative marking. So here, percent score versus percentile. If you see for 99 percentile in last year, you were to get 45 marks. That means 15 questions correct. Fine, effectively 15 questions correct. So out of 22, 15 questions correct is a good amount of questions. Fine, but to get 99.5 or rather 99 percentile, it is just 26, almost half, right? So 3 8s are so 8 to 9 questions correct. That's it. So you were to just attempt 8 to 9 questions correct, and you are at the 99 percentile bracket in quant section, right? That is the last year's 23 data. Fine. So it is not that difficult. That's what I said earlier also, that in only one section, in only quant section, only one topic, arithmetic as well as algebra, they are having only 8 questions or 9 questions. So if you attempt only 8 to 9 questions correct in that section, in this quant section, you are at the 99 percentile bracket. So is that very difficult? Certainly not. So if you attempt the questions very clearly, very conceptually, your concepts are good, you are practicing enough, then you just need to pick your questions that this question I can understand, I can solve it, and this question I cannot understand, then leave it. So important learning is that you need to learn to say no to questions. Every question is tempting you. आओ मुझे सॉल्व करो, आओ मुझे सॉल्व करो, आओ मुझे सॉल्व करो, अरे हो जाऊंगा ना, ट्राई तो करो, ट्राई तो करो. But every question is not worth solving. You need to see your strength, fine, and you need to look for those 8 or 9 questions which you can surely attempt and with 100% accuracy, and you are at the 99 percentile bracket. And if you are certainly good enough, you are more than that, certainly you can aim for 99.99 percentile or 100 percentile also. Fine, is that clear? So it's not that difficult. So those who are thinking I'm from non-engineering background, so it's not difficult. Out of 22 questions, you can certainly figure out some questions like that. And in the previous years also, if you will see in 22, 21, 20, it's almost on the similar pattern. It's almost on the similar pattern. There's not a very difference. There's not much difference. ठीक है ना? Okay. Should we finish non-engineer quants available on site? Gayatri is asking. Gayatri, it depends upon you. If you are feeling any difficulty, certainly you should go for that. And you can be fast in certain sections if required, and you can be regular, normal at normal speed. You can watch those videos at normal speed, depending upon the topic. So it totally depends upon you. And if you are comfortable directly with the live classes, then it's okay. So those non-engineering videos are for you to view on your own. Right? So they are not mentor driven, they are your self driven. Okay, let me see a few more comments here. Ria was saying, I'm non-engineering student and only have 4 months stream. I'm iQuanta student, last batch student, and not good at maths at all. Yes, good, Ria. That's an excellent qualification you are having. At least you know that you are not good at maths at all. That is sufficient. We don't want you to be exceptionally good at maths. I have just shown you, just getting 8-9 questions correctly in this quant section will fetch you 99 percentile in the quant section, which is considered as the toughest, isn't it? And it is possible. That is possible, certainly. Okay, let me see, read one more. Kirjot, what is this? Kirtjot something. Okay, with general category 99 is an option for a good college, right? Certainly, yes. Why not? See, let me tell you one more thing. It's I think around 8-10 years ago, I had a student, a girl student, general category. She got just 90 percentile, but she was not from engineering background, as many of you are mentioning. She was not from engineering background. She was a girl, and she just got around 90 or 91 percentile in quant, not quant, the entire CAT section. And finally, she was admitted into IIM Indore. I think Indore only, yes. So it's possible. It's possible. She was not having any reservation. She was not having any reservation. So basically, there are various other points. There are various facts involved. It's not only CAT score. CAT score is not the only criteria. You need to get a good CAT score. Along with that, your other qualifications. You are not from engineering background. So in one regard, it may seem troublesome, but on the other hand, it is advantageous also, because you get special weightage, special marks, extra marks from many of the IIM. Similarly, you are a girl candidate, then also you get extra weightage. So like that, there are various other factors also involved. So basically, right now, what is in our hand is, if whatever extra qualifications we are having or not, right now our focus should be to get as much CAT score as possible, and that 99 percentile, to get 19 percentile, it's not that difficult. It is certainly feasible, isn't it? And even if you get less than that, see, for 90 percentile, you can get at only this 5 questions. 4 or 5 questions, isn't it? At only 4 or 5 questions, you can get a score 90 percentile or more. So it's not that difficult. Fine. Okay. Aditya, the course is on YouTube. No, your classes will be there on Facebook, Aditya. There's some few sessions like this one, some open sessions, some marathon sessions. They may be on YouTube, or your major course, major classes. Everything, your live classes, your application classes, your practice classes, everything will be in that secret group on Facebook. Okay? Yes, 4 months are enough to get good percentile. Excellent. Yes, Ria, that's not a question. That is a final conclusion. You must be convinced about that. It is certainly possible. 8-9 years पहले था सर, वो अभी कंपटीशन ज्यादा है. नहीं विद्या, वो तो मैं आपको फैक्ट बता रहा हूँ. लास्ट मुझे पुराना ध्यान था. Currently, actually, I generally don't keep much record of the students, but practically nowadays it has become more prevalent. You will see many students with the high percentiles but not other credentials. They don't get admission sometimes, but students with less percentile with other qualifications like being non-engineer, being a girl student, like that, so they get admissions. That is true now also. That is true. That is more true, rather more true nowadays. How many questions one should solve from a particular topic to be confident? Yes, practice. That is a practice as much as possible, Kishore, as much as possible. Yes, do last batch student need to see the previous batch videos too? You are not allowed to do that, and that is not required also, honey. That's not required. How to improve quants and LRDI? That is mathematics, that is practice. Whether it is quants, whether it is LRDI, whether it is verbal, in every section, or rather what to talk about this test, in whatever field, whatever skill you want to excel, the only thing is practice, isn't it? You want to sing better, what you need to do? Practice. You want to become fluent in English, what you need to do? Practice. You want to be a good artist, you want to be a good person in drawing, sketching, coloring, what you need to do? Practice. In every field, practice is the key. Chikana, don't miss that. Okay. For 100 percentile, how much we have to score? Highest, Khyati, you can see from here, from 99.99 percentile, this 15, this 45 marks, that is 15 questions out of 22. It's almost 70 or more than 70%, right? Almost 70%. So you can take 70, 75, 80%. That is certainly the topper, the highest ones. Okay, a clarification. Welcome to Nikhil. 999 profile with a year gap, graduated in 24, no work experience. Is it possible for a good IM? Certainly yes. Yes, Nikhil, yes. Not really good at any section, what to do? That's a good qualification, Vaishnavi. That's a good qualification. You don't need to be good at every section. You need to be average or above average at all the sections. That's it. That is sufficient. That is sufficient. Are Baba, see na, out of 22 questions, you are to get 8 or 9 questions. If I'm aiming 99 percentile, just 8 or 9 questions. That means almost 1/3, isn't it? See, in school, if a student got 33.33% marks, student is considered passed. So here you are to just get passed only to become among the toppers, 99 percentile. And that is true for all the sections, not only for quant, all other sections as well. So it's not that difficult. That's why I'm saying our agenda today is to be confident that yes, it is possible. Only requirement is your dedication. ठीक है? Adarsh, don't think about that which IM can be easy for me. There is a common test, right? There is a common test. You need to apply to all of them. Now it depends upon to them. Okay. How much sectional cutoff is required for quants in IM? Sectional cutoff is normally 75 or 80 sometimes. That depends from different IMs. It's different for different IMs. For some IMs, sectional cutoff is 75 percentile. For some, it is 80. For some, it may be 90 also. Okay, that keeps on changing. That keeps on changing. Fine, so that's not a big thing. That can be done very easily. Okay, let's proceed further now. So this is the basically distribution of scores versus percentile. We have seen that how much we are to target. It's not that we have to attempt all the questions, right? There are 22 questions in the entire section of quant. So you are not supposed to attempt all the 22 questions correctly. If it is possible, then why not? But if it is not possible, that is not required. Just correct, getting 8-9 questions correct, or maybe 10-12 questions correct. And if you are, let's say, aiming for 15 questions correct, that is certainly sufficient. So net, you must work for accuracy. That is the most important thing. See, there are two things. One is accuracy and other is speed while attempting the test. So these are two important parameters, accuracy and speed. And out of these two also, this accuracy is much more required. This accuracy is much more required. Speed is automatic. Everyone wants to attempt the questions faster, as best as a person can. But what is most important is accuracy. So you have to practice for that accuracy. That is, for that purpose only this practice is required. I told you earlier also that practice is the key. So purpose of this practice is not speed, it's majorly accuracy, right? Whatever you are attempting, that should be correct. That should be correct. You should be confident about that. So speed will come automatically. Speed will come automatically. For speed, you don't need to do anything much because you cannot do much. But for accuracy, certainly you need to work. So purpose of practice is to develop this accuracy, and speed is a byproduct. Speed is a byproduct. Fine. So I hope till this point this is fine. For how many hours? Vinita is asking to study daily to crack CAT. I'm a non-engineering student. I'm a week in quant. See, Vinita, you are going to have 2 hours regular class. I'm going to come to that part. Wait for that. Wait for that. Yes, exactly, Vanshika. If possible, your target should be 100% accuracy. That's good point. Your target should be 100% accuracy. See, if you are targeting 100% accuracy, then still 1 or 2 questions may be incorrect, right? So then you can achieve some good decent amount of accuracy. Otherwise, I remember sometimes student used to ask me this, sir, 50% accuracy will work, 60% accuracy, this much attempt and this much accuracy. You cannot measure accuracy. Your accuracy will be measured after you have attempted the test, isn't it? So while attempting the test, you don't know that what is your accuracy. ठीक है ना? So your target should be 100% accuracy. So that is a practice. That is a practice. You have 41 months experience. That's good. Yes, certainly, Ishan. Yes, that's a good chance. Please explain the concept of sectional cutoff. Sectional cutoff means in each section you need to get a minimum percentile. As I mentioned earlier, that normally IIMs have, let's say, 75 percentile in quant, 75 percentile in verbal, 75% in LRDI, and overall it is required maybe 90. Okay, that's a typical example. So like that. So if you are getting more than 90 percentile overall, but you are not, getting good percentile in 2 sections, but in 1 section you are getting less than sectional cutoff, then you will not get called from that particular college. Is it fine? Let me repeat. So there are sectional cutoff for all the 3 sections, quant, verbal and LRDI, and there is overall cutoff also, right? And these figures will change from college to college. I'm just giving you an example. So suppose a student has got more than 90 percentile overall, and student has got more than 90 percentile in 2 of the sections, but less than 75 percentile in 1 of the sections. It is possible. It is possible, right? So that student has got good score. That student has cleared the cutoff for these 3 parameters, but student is not clearing the cutoff for 1 of the sections. So then that student will not be getting a call from that particular college, right? In other college where a sectional cutoff is not there or something, so that student may get a call because of the overall score only, because there are some colleges which consider only overall cutoff. Fine. So sectional cutoff means you need to get a certain percentile in each section also. That is the meaning. Yes, certainly work experience is an advantage. And what is the advantage for that? That again varies from college to college. Okay. Regarding the accuracy, will there be a difference for 2 people who score 30 in a section? One attempted all 10 correct, while the other attempted 18 questions, 12, 6 wrong. So while attempting wrongly, certainly in the marks, Nikhil is asking, is the student is getting, what is the example given? 10 questions correct? Yes. So 10 questions correct, all correct. That will give you 30 marks. And other one attempts 12 correct and 6 wrong. Right? So 12 threes are 36, 36 minus 6, again total 30. So both are getting 30 marks. But the other person is working more, isn't it? So numerically they are going to get same marks. In percentile also that will be same thing. But in the other part, in the other section, so this certainly the person who is more accurate will be valued always. So accuracy certainly always helps. This gives you confidence also. See, 12 correct, 6 incorrect, this person is not sure himself or herself. Right? So that's not surety, but this person is sure that much I know, and that there is another thing which I do not know. So be this person. You should try to become this person. That whatever you are doing, that is all correct. Okay, that should be our target. It is maybe theoretically it may not be possible. Practically it may not be possible that you attempt everything correct. But if your target is this much, then you can be something in between. Then you can certainly be something in between, and you will be getting certainly more marks. You have to increase your attempts as well and decrease the number of wrong also. Then you can certainly become a better version. Ideally, it may not be possible that you get all correct. Sometimes it is by practice it may be possible. See, I have attempted CAT repeatedly, and that was my always target, not to attempt any question wrongly. And I have got 99.99 percentile in quant section repeatedly, many times. I was targeting kabhi to 100 aaye, kabhi to 100 aaye. I have never seen 100. I don't know why. So I have tried to do everything. So there are many factors basically. So, but this is possible. So out of these 2, so I will certainly go for this person. I will certainly go for this person, or otherwise just try to become a better in between somewhere, right? Try to aim for this, that 100% accuracy. ठीक है? How to get out of negative marks in the exam? The same thing, practice. So don't do the negative part. That's what I said. The purpose of practice is to improve your accuracy. Just attempting more and more questions, just attempting more and more mocks will not help you if you are not working to improve your accuracy. So accuracy is the key. Fine. So practice was the method and the key is the accuracy. You are to work on your accuracy. ठीक है? Okay, let me proceed further. Priyanshu, you just need to follow your batch. That's it. I'm working not able to manage any suggestions. Just follow our schedule. Lakshman, just follow the schedule given by iQuanta. Okay, let me continue. Now, strategy on how to use iQuanta course. So I hope that all of you have joined iQuanta or you are planning to join. So how to use that? So what we are going to provide you and how to use that and how to manage your time effectively, as many of you are asking, how to manage that time also. Yes, I'm telling that only. Let's see. Nikhil, I already answered that. Theoretically, they are getting the same marks, same percentile also, that may be visible there. But in CAT, theoretically, they will be having same marks. But in scaled score, all these things are tested. All these things are taken in consideration. Because nowadays it is not that you have attempted the test, you have got some marks, and accordingly you are getting the percentile. So they may be having same marks, but the percentile, they will be getting a scaled score. They will be getting a scaled score. In the scaled score, all things are taken into consideration. And also afterwards, in the interview also, everything is there. Everything is tested there. So always aim for accuracy. Always aim for accuracy. Because when you are attempting more, you do not have any control over accuracy. In that case, you can never be sure कि कितना सही होने वाला है, isn't it? हाँ, Amir is saying algebra arithmetic ही हुआ है, so algebra arithmetic हो गया है, तो your almost syllabus is over. Okay, so how to use iQuanta course now? Let's see. So iQuanta has come up with a stepwise approach in the new batch to make sure that each and every CAT topic is covered with perfection. Some of you are asking that will the things be taught from the basics? Yes. It will be starting from the basics and it will be taken to the highest perfection also. So we are having stepwise approach. Gradually you will be covering all the things. So how gradually you are going to do? Let's see. The first part is go through the non-engineers videos. Some of you were asking about that. So there are non-engineer videos specifically for quant only, non-engineers quant video. So those who are not from math background, who have not studied mathematics after 10th class, somebody may have studied mathematics till 12th class. So it is not required for engineers. Sometimes people think CAT is for engineers, CAT Quant is for engineers. It's not like that. So as I said, majority topics, we have seen that also, majority topics are up to 10th level only, or maybe some topics may touch 11th or 12th classes, little bit. So we have created this very important section. This is non-engineering videos. So they cover the concepts, the basic concepts used in the questions, right? And in alignment with your NCERT syllabus. In your NCERT syllabus, which you have studied till 10th class, fine, and whatever extension is there. So that is already, all the things are there. Their theory parts are there, solved examples are there. So it's a good resource. So it is a self-study module. You need to watch the videos on your own. There are topic-wise different videos available for all the subtopics, fine. And similarly, recently we have launched this engineers VARC videos. So sometimes it was thought like that, if the students which are from engineering background, they are good at mathematics, but they are not good at verbal side, English part. So, right. So for that purpose, we have created this engineers VARC videos. So how logically you can solve this verbal ability and reading comprehension questions with best accuracy. So on the similar lines of non-engineering quant videos, we have created this module, and it is also getting excellent reviews by our students. So this is, both these are self-driven. You are to find time for yourself, and you have to decide that which videos you want to see, which you do not want to see, which are required, which are not required. That you are to decide as per your requirement. Fine. Now next is attend live class. So there are going to be live classes, and these all live stream classes are going to be conducted into a secret batch on Facebook. Fine, as I already mentioned, and they are mentor driven. So there will be a teacher, there will be faculty who will be taking that session, and you are supposed to attend that. Okay? And these are generally of 2 hours duration in the evening time, 7 to 9 normally. Okay, and then we are having attend live application class. Now, what is that application class? Some of students were asking also. Now, application class is not a video class. It's not a live stream class. Like this one, this is a live stream class. I'm talking to you. You are able to see me. You can type your queries. I can read that. I can answer that. So, in application class, there is no video class. There is no video class. It's a normally you can say chat-based session, right? It's a chat-based session. A question is given to you. A concept is shared in form of a video also sometimes. But it's not a live video, it's a recorded video. Sometimes when concepts are to be taught, so then some concept videos are there, and otherwise it's a chat-based session. A question is, it's an application class. So whatever things you have learned in this live stream class, the theory portion, whatever concept you have understood, you have learned in this section, now you apply them in this application class in solving questions, in solving problems that involve a problem of higher degree, high difficulty level, some CAT questions as well. So a question is given to you, you are given some time to solve, and in that active session, this live session, basically you are attempting the question, you are sending your solution. It's basically you can say it's a race. It's a race. All the students are solving it together in that Facebook group only, and then next question comes up, then next question comes up, like that. So it's again of a 2-hour duration, and it will be after your live stream class on the same day. So you are having 7 to 9 your live stream class. After that, from 10 to 12 till midnight, you will be having this application class. Fine. This is also mentor driven. So there will be a faculty who will be dealing with all of your doubts also in between. Okay. And after that, you take 20-30 dashboard assignments on that topic. That's again self-driven. There are enough assignments available. Some of you are asking to solve some other material, other study material questions. So that's not required. You have enough material here. So, but if still you get time, you are free, as I said earlier also, but you are having a lot of material here. So you have to take 20-30 these assignments on that particular topic. Then attend practice session on that topic, again mentor driven. So this practice session is again of the similar type application class. So some other practice, some extra practice, these practice sessions. So now these practice sessions are generally conducted during daytime. So they are not compulsory for you to attend if you are unable to attend for any reason. If you are working, you are in office, or you are in college, if you are unable to attend that, you can watch it later. You can see the questions later. But these two you should certainly attend: live stream classes and live application classes. And if you are sparing time, then this practice session is also an additional part. Now take 50 CAT level questions on that topic. Now this is again assignment of CAT level questions of high difficulty level. So this is also self-driven. Whenever you get time, you can do that. And then CAT 23 level live marathon sessions. So as I mentioned earlier also, there are some live marathon sessions. So live marathon sessions are that in which there are a lot of questions. That is again a video session like this one only. So the faculty will be there and you will be seeing the questions, and you will be getting time and solve it and live. These will be the live sessions. So the earlier were also practice questions, this application session, practice session. There are also problem solving questions, but not live stream like this one. You are able to see me. So it's not like that. But this marathon sessions, these are like that only. You are seeing me, you will be getting a question on the screen, you will be solving it and telling the answer. Then we'll be discussing the solution in the live video session only. Okay, na? And finally, you start taking iCAT mocks to get a better view on your progress. I hope you have understood the strategy, understood the method. Fine, that is the whole pedagogy which we are going to follow in this session, in this course, and it is exactly same we have been doing in our previous batches also. Okay, it is same thing. How will we access the application class? This application class will be in the Facebook only. You will be getting notification for that. Neha, this will be the same in the same Facebook group. Okay. Will there be recording available for application based class? Application class, I told you, it is not a recorded class. It is chat based session. So chat will also be there. It will be there. CAT level questions from dashboard only. Yes, it's mentioned here, no? CAT level questions. Yes. On dashboard only. Yes, it will be in dashboard only. There are some dashboard assignments. Other than that, there are 50 CAT level questions also. Okay. How many hours should we study besides classes to score 100 percentile? See, to do these assignments, you are having this 20-30 dashboard assignments, which you have to do on yourself. There are these 50 CAT level questions, which you have to do on yourself. And these non-engineers quant videos, engineers VRC videos, that is you have to do on self. So on yourself, other than live classes or application classes, these 3 things you have to do on your own. It is going to take time, right? So now you are to manage your time accordingly that you are able to follow all these things. Fine. That's how you have to schedule your timetable accordingly. That's that you are able to do all these things. You need to do the assignments side by side. The topic is over or a topic is going on. So along with that, solve these assignment questions, solve these CAT level questions, and if whenever required, go through these non-ingenious quant videos and ingenious VARC videos. So they are going to help you. So, and also there's most important thing which which is skipped here. That will come in the next part, because while doing so many questions, so many things, there will be certainly doubts, right? There will be certainly doubts arising, right? There will be certainly doubts. And in iQuanta, there is a best thing I would certainly say. I've seen many other institutes as well. So here, what is the most important thing? Is doubt solving. For doubt solving, we are having a dedicated team. We are having a dedicated team of mentors and faculties who are regularly available there on Facebook. They are solving your doubts. They are solving your doubts regularly. Yes, recording is yes there for live classes, Ritu. And application classes is not live video, but there, yes, recording is also there. All the questions are there in that session. Basically, the events are created there. For live sessions, there are events, and for application classes also there are events. So everything will be there. Assignments and the book questions are same or they are different. Some part you may get same also, some may be different as well. Okay, Urvashi? Okay, and as I mentioned about these doubts now let's see the important part here. Okay, these are the few clips of non-ingenious quant videos. So for those students who are extremely weak in quant sections, as many of you mentioned in the comments, those who are extremely weak in quant section, this section will consist of summary of 6th to 8th NCERT maths in alignment with CAT syllabus. So in the respect of CAT syllabus, we have covered all the basic topics which are required for a student specifically who is extremely weak in quant. And let me tell you, they are equally helpful for those students as well who consider themselves good in quant, right? So basically, that's a good session. That's again self-driven. It's a self-driven session. Do we need to complete non-engineers and engineer VARC before live class? It is better if you can do that, Vaishnavi. For a topic, if you can cover these non-engineers videos and engineers VARC videos before that particular class, that is going to be advantageous. That is going to be beneficial. And if it is not possible, then there is no that harm. There is no harm. It's only benefit. And I can see a comment by Himanshu. I posted my doubt 3 days ago on Facebook and no one responded. Arey bhai, have patience. Are you able to see the doubts being resolved there? Yes or no? Himanshu, are you seeing their doubts being solved? There are so many students, thousands of students are posting their doubts and thousands of doubts are being solved daily. Can you see that? Right? So, so that's an excellent doubt solving community. You will not find anywhere else. You will not find anywhere else. How are iQuanta books? Aradhya is asking. iQuanta books, I would at least I not being partial, although I belong to iQuanta right now. So certainly I would be saying good things about that. But honestly, I would say one thing, that these are the latest ones. These are the latest ones. So with the latest variety of questions, new variety of questions, and new additions. So just go for it. Just go for it, because other books in the market are all dated, outdated. There are only few front covers and these things are being updated. Otherwise, whole content is old. So these iQuanta books are the latest one in the market and best researched ones. And they comprise of the huge quantity and good quality of the questions. So certainly go for that. ठीक है ना? Okay. For doubt solving, yes, doubt solving new group will be made. Yes, don't worry. Groups will be there. Don't worry. That will be, you will be told about that. Seeing non-engineering module before every class is acceptable, or do I need to watch it all at once? No, it is as per the topic going on, Rijwan. As per the topic, it's better if you can see it before a live class of that particular topic, and if not possible, you can see afterwards also. And also you can skip also if you are confident in a topic and you don't feel that you need to spend more time on that, then you can skip even that. Okay, anything else? Samarjeet's books are good. There are many books available in the market. So I suggested you that iQuanta books are the latest ones. So if you require a book also, then iQuanta books, certainly you can go for. And if you are already having some book, then it's okay, it's fine. Whatever it may be, Sharma, Verma, whatever. You can contact our team for that, Vidya. The books will be delivered. It takes time sometimes. Approximately how many hours are required to complete all the portions that need to be done by self? Certainly it will take time. There are many assignments, right? So for assignments, you are going to get at least 2-3 hours if you are solving them religiously. So it will take at least 2-3 hours. You may take more also. It may take more time also. If we are not purchasing books and just solving dashboard questions, is it fine? Yes, certainly. Yes, Tanya. Perfect. No need. That's what I'm saying. If you are looking for some books, some printed material as well, then you can go for iQuanta books because they are the latest ones. And if you're already having some book, that's fine, no problem. And if you do not wish to purchase any book, then no issues. Our material on the dashboard is sufficient, more than sufficient. How many subjects in a day? One subject. Calm and relaxing, one subject. You saw the schedule now. You're having 2 days LRDI, 2 days quants and 2 days verbal. So basically one subject on a day. On a day we are having only one subject, a live class. Fine. And in your extra time when you are to do on your own, it depends upon you. You can go through the other pending works also if required, if you are having time. For global market, being in baby IIMs is better than the other top B school from FSS which have value. Certainly that college selection will come afterwards, Rizwan. That's not the concern right now. Right now our concern, as I said earlier also, right now our concern should be only to get the best CAT score. All other things are almost not much value now, at least now. What will be the first topic in quants that we will study in live classes? We have seen the distribution. So algebra and arithmetic are two major topics which have a good weightage. And other than that, your numbers is a part of all the syllabus. Numbers is used in all the topics. So these are the basic topics. Arithmetic is the major one we will be covering first. And as it was mentioned in the last slide also, if you remember. So after finishing your arithmetic part, then we will allow you to start your mocks also. Okay, what next? Can I score 100 percentile by just dashboard question? Why not? Why not? Certainly. Krishna Chauhan, it is not a time to go for the various books. iQuanta stuff is only enough. Yes, certainly. Thank you, Krishna. Thanks for your recommendation. Okay, is it necessary to do VARC practice daily? See, practicing is always helpful. And now, should we practice all the 3 topics daily? It depends certainly on you, entirely on you, how much time you are having. And whether you get bored by one topic continuously, then you can mix up the other topics as well. And if you are okay with that, then dedicate 2 days to quant, 2 days to LRDI and 2 days to verbal as per the schedule. Fine, that is also fine. So there's no hard and fast rule for that. What will be the duration of class? 2 hours. 2 hours is the duration of a class generally. Sometimes it may be changed, but generally the class duration is 2 hours for live class as well as your application class. For live class, I told you the timings are 7 to 9 p.m. and as this class also, and your application class is also for 2 hours duration, 10 to 12 midnight. There's so many questions, Nikhil. Raviraj, I have answered this question many times. There are so many books available. All the books are fine, no problem. Is the unofficial WhatsApp group created by last batch students? Groups will be created. You will be informed about that. Don't worry. How can we manage non-engineering course and side-by-side class? How can we manage? You need to spare time for that. That non-engineering, it is not a course. It's a separate video modules for those, as it is mentioned, for those who are extremely weak in quant section, those who consider themselves extremely weak. For that particular purpose, we have created this module. It was not there till last year. We created this this year only, sensing the requirement of the students. There are some students who are extremely weak. For that purpose only we have created this. So it depends entirely on your requirement. So if you're required to watch non-engineers video of a particular topic, you should go for that. And if in any topic you feel confident, then you may skip that also. And certainly you need to find out time in your schedule. Okay, I'm reading one comment from Nikhil again. All the assignments. Will Abbas Simran sir will be teaching last batch? Yes, all the teachers will be there. All the teachers will be there, Krish. Are the assignments, questions, CAT questions are of same difficulty? If not, approximately how many more times are they tricky? almost all difficulty. You will be facing all difficulty level questions, CAT level questions, even higher than that also. हर सब टॉपिक में कितने टाइप के क्वेश्चंस होंगे, कितने टाइप के क्वेश्चंस होंगे, मतलब आई थिंक यू आस्किंग अबाउट डिफिकल्टी लेवल, एवरी टाइप, एवरी टाइप. Should I mostly focus on quants if I'm starting my preparation now and extremely weak in maths? Certainly, if you see, you should try to remove your weakness. You should not feel like that, that you are still weak. Our basics should be strong. I don't want to be super expert in a topic, but my basics should be good in all the topics. Fine. Will Indrajit sir himself teach? Indrajit sir generally takes the application class. All the application classes, there's a practice sessions generally are taken by Indrajit sir himself. But in live classes, I have not seen him yet. Are the classes going to be continued after a CAT exam for other exams? Yes, that's a separate batch. I think you need to, that depends upon your batch, which you have joined. Have you joined for other CAM exams also? Is the classes done? Anything left to be informed? We have some more things here. We need to do practice also. I'm just seeing your comments so that you will be satisfied. Anvita is asking, what are the days on which we'll have live classes? Arey Anvita, I think you joined late. See, in the beginning of the session, I mentioned you are going to have live classes 6 days a week, Monday to Saturday. Rich, I'm an architect student. Will I be considered a non-engineer to take advantage of diversity factor? Architect is considered among engineers, I guess. You can confirm directly from IIMs. You can mail them, right? Rich, you can directly mail them and you can get an exact idea. What will be duration of class? I have already answered that, Prashant. It's 2 hours. Is it suffice if we solve questions from dashboard and do other iQuanta books? That's sufficient, yes. Samarjeet, ये हो गई ना बात, 71.5. अरे बाबा, CAT score तो लेकर आओ. Okay. Let me proceed further now. What about GDPI? That will be afterwards, Alok. Can you answer my question? Rutu कहाँ पे है? What is your question? Is it suffice? अरे Rutu, कितनी बार तो आंसर किया? Yes, dashboard questions are sufficient if you solve them practically. Yes, I told you. I have already answered that. You don't need to go for any books. You have enough material here. But if you want to go for the books, then iQuanta books are the latest ones. I already mentioned that many times. Okay, Rutu ji. Okay, fresher can get IIM Bangalore. Why not? Only IIT is considered architect, non-engineer. That I'm not sure about. Vaibhav is answering that. Rich was answering this, asking for this thing. So Vaibhav is saying only IIT is considered architects, non-engineers. Others consider them to be engineers. Okay, maybe. Okay, so this was about non-engineers videos, and let's see other things. So this is about engineers VARC section. So for the students who are weak in CAT VARC, so we'll teach you how to approach and answer VARC question in a logical and critical way. As I mentioned earlier, sometimes people think that my English is not that good, my vocabulary is not that good. So how you can answer verbal ability and reading comprehension questions in a logical and critical way, how you can think logically and logically come up with the answer that this cannot be the answer, how you can negate the options, how you can eliminate some of the options by logically and critically connecting them. So that's what you will be learning in this CAT VARC, this engineers VARC section, right? So again, it is not only for engineers or only for English background, math background, it's for everyone, but specifically for those who consider themselves weak in this part. Fine, so these are certainly helpful. Okay, and now this is a dual pedagogy, you can see. So application class and live interactive class. So this is a live class. You will be seeing the faculty. In application classes, although this photo is shown here, but you won't be seeing the teacher, but there will be some concept videos there. Yes, Vanshika, GDPI sessions are also there. 2 specific classes of each section in a week. Yes, that's true. And is 2-year work experience important, or should we try to get into IIM as a fresher? See, more than 50% students who join IIMs are freshers. I hope that answers your query, Aditya. It means other 50% are also having work experience, but 50%, almost 50% students who take admission into IIMs, who get admission into IIMs are freshers only. So So just listening passively has various disadvantages. For that purpose only, we are having live interactive class as we are interacting right now. And in application class, now you are to solve a question and answer. So that is the application class. So both things, this is dual pedagogy. We are working in iQuanta, and this has been really very, very successful. Certainly is very hectic, and it may take you some time, maybe 1 or 2 weeks for you to become accustomed to it, but it is very highly effective. It is highly effective. And now CAT level questions live marathon. So as I mentioned, so in this live marathon sessions, there are video sessions. A question will be seen on the screen and you will be solving it, and then we'll be discussing. Our faculties will be discussing there. Fine. No Vidya, no other book is required. That's sufficient. All the previous questions you will be finding on the online platform also. No book is required for that. Ankit, I have a job offer to join next month. Should I join or take a year gap? If you can prepare along with your job, certainly go for that. I would not recommend to leaving the job, but if you need to decide your priorities. If you feel that job is worth, you need to go for, certainly go for it. Because after doing MBA also, you need to go for job only, isn't it? So if it is that important, certainly you should go for that. But if you are taking just as a secondary option, then give priority to your preparation. So if you can prepare along with, then go for it. Otherwise, you can just give it a gap for 1 or 2 months, right? It's a 2 or 3 months maximum preparation part. So this is a CAT level marathon. You can see this is for Quant as well as LRDI. So there will be this marathon sessions of CAT level questions. In CAT level questions, there are actual CAT questions also. And this is our 24/7 doubt solving, which I was saying earlier. This is 24/7 doubt solving. Every time you will be seeing our faculties answering the doubts in the Facebook group. Every time you will see our faculties are answering doubts. So as somebody was mentioning कि मेरा doubt answer नहीं किया, so but you can see as I answered that there also, you can see that many students, many questions are being answered every minute. Every minute our faculties are answering doubts. Okay, and let's move further. Rather it says here, time it takes for light to reach on earth is 8 minutes, but answer is in less than 8 minutes. And this is the comment by one of the students last year. Speed of light is equal to speed of speed of iQuanta solving doubts. It is mentioned there. Okay. Now after that we have iQuanta MOOCs. So basically these MOOCs are also very special. These are India's first AI based MOOCs. And there is error tracker, there is a goal setter, goal tracker. So many things are there. It's a good analysis is provided there. Yes, doubts will be cleared on the Facebook page itself, and whenever required, video solutions are also provided for that. Pranavi? Okay, so that's the whole about our whole pedagogy about the last batch. We have seen the timeline of the batch and how we are going to discuss the things, or what are the different features of the entire course. And now we are going to discuss some basic concepts on equations and ratio, which is an important topic for your quant as well as it is going to be helpful in your LRDI. Any question before that, if there is any, so we can discuss, we can take it up. Let me read the comments. Anjali is asking, graduating in August this year only, will it be considered as a gap year? Not exactly. You can, it will work, although it will be a gap basically, but it is not exactly a gap. It will be considered, it will be okay. There are many students like that. Pranvi, does our batch have a separate group on the platform which will clear the doubts? Doubt group is common for all the batches. Doubt group is common for all the batches. And in the doubt group, not only our faculty, your peers or other students, other fellow students also help you. And believe me, let me tell you one very secret thing. I've been teaching now for around 20 years or maybe more than that. And whatever I have learned, I have seen over a period of time that the best learning happens when you solve doubts of others. Practically, I have not read any of these books. Many of you were mentioning this book is good, that book is good. But I have seen all the books through students' doubts only. Because when students bring the doubt, they are those selected questions which are the tough ones or tricky ones from that particular book. And by solving them, I got to know the level of all the books. So that's how I have covered all the books. I have covered all the institute's materials and everything just because of solving doubts of the questions of the students. So similarly, that is the same strategy for students as well. So as a student, if you want to improve in any particular session, so that is the best strategy, that answer or solve the doubts of other students. Fine, let me repeat. You should try to solve the doubts of other students. You are going to learn a lot. You are going to learn a lot, and that learning will always be with you. That is the best learning you are going to get. Okay, na? And so all our batches are having the common doubt group. So you can post the doubt there, and our team, our faculty members, they also answer there, and the other students may also help. Okay, this CAT level question live marathon will be on YouTube. Not always during, some sessions may be on YouTube, but otherwise majorly you will be having all the sessions in that Facebook group only. In YouTube sessions like this one, they are the open sessions. They are, you can say, for the marketing purpose basically, right? But your batch classes, every session will be on Facebook only, in that secret group, only for the enrolled students. Okay, anything else? Barnali is asking, where can I get those 50 CAT level questions? Dashboard? Yes, certainly on your website, your dashboard. And Harshit, I opted for CAT 24 batch. For some reasons, I was not able to start preparation, but I have started all the classes of batch first, which was from February to July. I am covering live and app classes. Good. Is gap a major drawback in selection? Not at all, Kirjot. Not at all. Not at all. There is no problem with the gap. You should be able to justify that, what you were doing. That's it. WhatsApp group for the last batch will be separate. Yes, WhatsApp group for all the batches is different. Pranavi, there seems to be many groups in the platform. Could you please kindly tell which will be necessary? You will be getting, I think, 3 batches, 3 WhatsApp groups, 3 Facebook groups. One for CAT class, quant classes, one for LRDI, one for verbal, and the 4th one will be for this doubts. That's it. These are the Facebook groups I'm talking about. Vaishnavi, should I start LRDI after quant, or should I start now with the quant and VARC? All the 3 topics will be taken together. Vaishnavi, I have already mentioned that 2 days a week you are having quant, 2 days you are having LRDI, and 2 days you are having VARC, isn't it? Okay, Chorasia Karthik, I have 1 year gap. Will this affect? Not at all. I have already answered that. Let's study the concept. Yes, we should start now. What is iConcept material? iConcept material. There's so much material I have told about. I don't know this term. Maybe it is used somewhere. Pass in 2023 doesn't have any work ex. Is it drawback? Not at all. Having a work experience or not having a work experience is not a drawback. It's not a drawback. If you're having it, it may be advantageous. If you're not having it, that's not a drawback. Don't worry about that. I've already told that. I'm not adding the last batch doubt group. You will be there. Don't worry. You can mention our iQuanta team. You can tag them. You can message them. They will do the needful. Facebook group for the last batch कब बनेगा? बताया था ना रिजवान, आज से बनना शुरू हो जाएगा. And you will be having your classes on Sunday. I have 2 year gap. Can it affect? Not at all. I am ABC question. It will be there, everything. Is it enough for now to cover live and application class, and then I will do mocks and questions? Yes, certainly. That's correct. That's correct, Harshit. Vidya, there should be at least 2 doubt group, and some of our message may get vanished. Earlier we were having doubts in the separate groups for quant, in the quant group, for verbal group. So somehow it was not being managed there. That's why it is a separate group now for doubts. And it's not a problem there. If there is some doubt is not being answered, you can mention it again. Don't worry. As I mentioned, not only faculty members, but other students also will help you. So somehow if your doubt is unanswered, you can mention it again. No problem. I have enrolled for the last batch. What topic can I expect to be started first? I told you, Barnali, this will be your numbers and arithmetic. These are the first topics. Okay, let's start now. Okay, how can we come to know that they will add in the Facebook group or not? अरे भैया क्यों नहीं ऐड करेंगे विनीता जी? They will add you certainly. Don't worry for that. Free material for practice. It's on website. Thank you, Anushka. Vanshika Srivastav. Sir, I took a drop after 12th for IP MAT. Unfortunately, I could not make it. If I take another gap, will that affect? No, gaps will not affect. Don't worry. Don't worry about gap. Leave it. Leave it. Okay. So basic concepts on equations and ratios. That is the first part we are starting with. An equation is basically part of your algebra technically if we see, but equations or ratios, they are used in your arithmetic, they are used in your numbers, basically whole quant. Everywhere we are to make equations, everywhere we need to use of the ratios, we need to use the ratios. ठीक है ना? Let's start with this thing. So what do you mean by equation? What do you mean by equation? So equation, whenever we have a story, basically you have two types of questions in that. One directly in the form of equations, and sometimes we have word problems. We have mathematical questions, we have directly questions where equations are given to us and we have to solve that. They are mathematical questions in their appearance, and we also have word problems, or which may look like puzzles, so which can be easily solved when we make equations, when we convert that word problem in the form of an equation. ठीक है ना? For that part, we need to first understand what are the basic elements of an equation. Equation होता क्या है, right? What are the basic components of an equation and how to solve that. Fine, how to solve that. Exactly, Rizwan, I've already answered that. Sunday gonna be a fun day with Mox. Okay, so let's be here now. So I already told you now equations, mathematical portion, question where equations are given to you, you have to solve that. And the other variety of question is that you get a word problem or a puzzle where we need to convert that situation in the form of an equation and then solve it. ठीक है ना? Okay, so now in equation, what is the equation composed of? In equation, you have some numbers and some variables, right? You have some numbers and some variables which are connected by some mathematical operations. Can you give me any example of an equation, please? Write in the comments. Give me an example of an equation. Please give me an example of an equation. Pratik is saying feeling depressed, scoring very low marks in MOOCs. It is even possible to score. Yes, Pratik, don't worry. This depression should give you motivation. Don't worry about that. You will certainly get good marks. Okay, Prashant is given an example. X plus y equals to 3. Excellent. X plus y equals to 3. Anything else? Yes, I'm waiting for more comments. Okay, here this is an equation in two variables, isn't it? There are two variables. So how many variables we are using, that also define that equation in one variable or equation in two variables, equation in three variables and so on. Let's focus right now on equation one variable only for the time being. We can, okay, right now you have written many equations. Let me write. Bhushan, yes, you are allowed to give a CAT, don't worry. I can write more equations now. Pratham is saying 2x plus 3y is 23. Let me write here only 2x plus 3y equals to 23. And I would prefer to write this. Ashra is saying 7x plus 5 is 40. Let me write here. 7x plus 5 equals 40. Okay, I will go for that. Chika, you are getting many more equations. Chorasia is writing nice equation. X square plus 3x. Let me write here. X square plus 3x equals 23. Good. Okay, I will stop with that. Okay, thank you for that. Now, all these are equations, isn't it? All these are equations. You can see this x is a variable, y is a variable, and this 3 is a constant number, and this plus is a mathematical operation. So equation involves an equality sign. Equality sign must be there. Variables must be there. Let me write what are the components. Variables should be there. There are some variables. There are some constants. Isn't it? There are some constants. What else? There are some mathematical operations. Mathematical operators, specifically plus or minus, right? Like in this case, this plus is there, sometimes minus also may be there. And we have the sign of equality. Right? That makes an equation. So left hand side of equality and right hand side of equality. There can be variables on both sides. There can be some constant numbers, sometimes 0, right now 3, 23, 40, you have mentioned here. ठीक है ना? Fine so far? Okay, so these are all things. So if we are having more than one variable, it can become two variable equation. This is a two variable equation. This is one variable equation. And also there is one thing which is you can see here highest power is 1, but here highest power of the variable is 2. Now that is known as degree of that particular equation. That's called degree of that particular equation. So I hope all these terms are clear to you. I've written the different components of an equation. Good thing Prashant is asking what is the difference between equation and expression. So if we are making the expression which is having some degree, some variables are there, some constants are there, mathematical operations are there, but this equality is not there. It remains an expression. It remains an algebraic expression. Fine, that remains an algebraic expression. But when that algebraic expression is equated with something, when it is equated with something, when this is equal to something, equal to another expression or constant, whatever it is, maybe 0, then it becomes an equation, right? Then it becomes an equation. That is the basic difference between algebraic expression and an equation. Fine. So these are the various components of an equation. So this is a linear equation, degree 1, because highest power of the variable here is 1. Highest power of the variable is 1. In this case, highest power of the variable is 2. So that becomes a quadratic equation of degree 2 basically. ठीक है ना? Till this point, is it okay? Fine. Okay. Before I move further, can we solve these two equations? Can we solve these two equations? These are the equations given by you only, right? You have framed the question, not I. Now x plus y equals to 3, 2x plus 3y equal to 23. How to solve this? Let's immediately get the answer. How to solve this? Yes, please answer. You need to be active. Good. Rizwan is saying that multiplying the first equation by 2. And 1 plus 2 equals to 3. Matlab? Simplify this. Yes, you can substitution, you can use elimination, that's right. Answer, please answer. Okay, is that audible? Yes, my video was stuck somehow and I had to shut down and restart. Okay, fine. Clear. Good. Thank you. So that was an easy question, and question was created by you only, and I saw in the previous comments you have already answered that. So this y comes out to be 17 and x comes out to be minus 14. ठीक है ना? Okay. Let's quickly do one more question. You had given this equation that 7x plus 5 is equal to 40. Fine. Now, can you quickly answer? Can you find the value of 14x plus 10? Please answer fast. Please answer fast. Please answer this question. Now, given this 7x plus 5 is 40, you have to answer this value 14x plus 10. Answer fast. Okay, excellent. Kundrapu has answered 80. Ashish says x equals to 5. I didn't ask the value of x. Ashish. Now you are saying minus 5 by 7. Not correct. Yes, that was the only purpose for which I asked this question. Most of you are getting the right answer. That's very nice. Okay, now tell me one thing. Do we need to calculate the value of x here to find this answer? I repeat, do we need to calculate the value of x to find this answer? Yes or no? I repeat, do we need to calculate the value of x to find this answer? Yes, no. Good. Thank you, Mayank. It's not required. Although you can do that, I know you can do that. You can find the value of x from here. That 5 will go that side, it becomes 35, and 7x is 35, so x comes out to be 5, which was fine. It was mentioned by one student also, and we can put that value of 5 here and get the answer. That's all. That's also possible. But is it required? No. So what we need to do? Yes, simply multiply by 2. Excellent, Tanya. And see, many of you were saying you are not good at quant. That's what is required in CAT. Your smartness is required in quant. Your smartness is required in CAT. It's basic mathematics. It's basic mathematics. You can solve it and get the answer. But if you can use your smartness there, it is just double of that. You got your answer. Fine. Is it clear to everyone? So that's make the difference between an average student and above average student. You need to be smart. That is a requirement. That is a requirement of the time. Okay, let's move further now. So we have just seen the basic concepts, basic terminologies, basic components of an equation, and these are being mentioned here. So it can be one variable equation, two variable, three variables, or maybe more than that as well. And also we have some variables, some constants, some coefficients. What is a coefficient? Coefficient is the term which is multiplied with the variable. ठीक है ना? So for example, if I am having ax plus by equals to c, so normally we consider x and y to be variables. We consider x and y to be variables. So let me write here. So this x and y are termed as variables, and this a, b and c. So this c is the constant term, and this a and b are called coefficients. A is the coefficient of x and b is the coefficient of y. So basically they are also the constant terms, but the constant which is multiplied with the variable x, that is known as coefficient of x. Same way y का जो coefficient है, the constant term multiplied with y, we call it coefficient. Fine. So basically normally they are also constants only. Now terms. So what are the terms? So the terms which are separated by a plus sign, they are that known as terms. So this is one term, this is second term, and this may be termed as third term. Fine. Now expression and equation, we have already discussed that. If we remove this equality part, this is only an expression, and the moment we put an equality and we have something on right hand side also, it becomes an equation. And degree also we have talked about. This is the highest power of the variable. Fine. So all these terms we have already discussed. Let's proceed further. So next we also discussed how to solve. These are some of the examples. So quickly answer this. 7x is 56. Then x equals to how much? Please answer both of the questions. Please answer both the questions. Rizwan is asking, constant always come on the other side of equality? Not necessary, Rizwan. But that is generally, that's what we do, but it's not necessary. Rashu, keep on answering the questions. You will get to know. You will get to see. Okay, the first one, it's simple. 7x is 56. So x comes out to be 8. That's perfectly fine. So x is simply 56 by 7. That is 8. And in this part, we need to subtract 4. So 3x comes out to be 16 minus 4. That is 12. And that means x comes out to be 4 by 3. That is 12 by 3. That is 4. Fine. So they were both very easy questions, right? So as I mentioned earlier, sometimes you get questions in the form of an equation only, and sometimes you need to frame the equation where you are having some word problem or a puzzle sort of thing. Okay? So I think at this position, let's take up a puzzle. Let's take up a puzzle, as Rashu was also asking. See, there are two persons, A and B. Now listen very carefully. It's not written here. I'm telling it to you. There are two persons, A and B, and they are having some money with them, right? They are having some money initially with them. They are having some initial amounts with them. Now, what do? They are playing some game. They are playing some game, and in the first game, A gets defeated. In the first game, A gets defeated. So what happens? A is to pay, A is to double the amount with B. Whatever amount B is having, A needs to double that. So in this first game, after first game, A needs to double the amount of B. A gives some amount to B. Okay? So whatever B is having, so A needs to double that. And in the second game, B gets defeated and B does the same thing. So B doubles the amount of A. B doubles the amount of A. And finally, after two games, both are having equal amount, and that is 40 rupees each. After second game, both are having equal amount, that is 40 rupees each. So question is, what were the initial amounts with A and B? What were the initial amounts with A and B? I repeat the question. They are having some amounts initially, A and B. So they are playing a game. So in the first game, A gets defeated. So after A, what happens? So A doubles the amount of B from his share. So A from his own pocket gives some amount to B so that the amount with B doubles. Okay? So after the first game, there will be some scenario. And in the second game now, B gets defeated and B does the same thing. So B doubles the amount of A. So finally, after two games, the final amounts with both of them is equal, that is 40 each. So what were the initial amounts with A and B? Your answers now. I can see the answer by Siddhanshu, Yashashish, no, Yash Sinha, sorry. Now it's up to you. You can make equation or you can avoid making equations as well. It's your choice. Please answer it fast. 80-60, some of you are saying. 50-30 was the answer by Siddhanshu. 60-80, let me write here. 80-60, 60-80, 50-30. These are the three different answers which I can see so far. 40-20, 30-30 each. 40-20, 30-30. I'm asking about the initial amounts with them, right? You have to tell the initial amounts with them. Okay, let's check up this one only. So far you have given me these different answers. Now, dear students, after the two games have ended, the total amount with them is 80 rupees, isn't it? Yes or no? Yes, it is 80 rupees. Fine. And in between, what have they done? They have just doubled the amount of others, not by magic, by giving from his or her pocket. Fine. In the first game, A was defeated. So A from his pocket gave some amount to B. So that amount with B got doubled. Of course, amount with A will be reduced, but the total amount will remain same or not, isn't it? So the first point which we must understand from this whole exercise is that total amount with both of them is going to be 80 always, right? Total finally it is 80. So earlier also it must be 80 only, because they are not doing any magic anywhere. They are just exchanging the money among themselves. Yes or no? Right? So as some of you are saying 10 or 30. So these are not possible. 40-20, certainly their sum is not 80. It is not possible. That's wrong. 30-30, not possible. 80-60, not possible. 60-80, not possible. They are all wrong. Are you getting it? समझ में आ रहा है? Okay, now you are coming up with 40-40. Why you are guessing, Dhruv? How is that possible? Certainly not. Okay, let me take up this one also. Dhruv is saying 40-40. Suppose if they are having 40-40 initially, then what is happening? A is to double the amount of B, right? So after the first game, if A needs to double the amount of B, तो B का 40 से 80 करना पड़ेगा ना. That means A need to give the entire 40 rupees to him. And if A is giving 40 rupees to him to make amount with B double, that is 80, so the amount left with A would be 0 only. And in the second game, when this B is being defeated and B is to double the amount of A, तो 0 का double तो 0 ही होता है ना. It won't come out to be 40 each. So that's not possible. This is not correct. Fine? Yes, this 50-30 is fine. So let's verify. So initially A was having 50. So how much A needs to give to B to double the amount? Of course 30 rupees. So A gave 30 rupees to B, it becomes 60, and the amount left with A would be 20, right? 50 minus 30 would be 20. And in the second game now, B got defeated, so B is going to double the amount of A. That means B must give A how much? 20 rupees. That makes the amount with A double, that is double of 20, which is 40, and the amount with B will be 60 minus 20, that is 40, which was already given to us. So this is perfectly fine. So that's the right answer. Fine. That's just working with the numbers. That's just working with the numbers. Yes, logical reasoning ban gaya, exactly. So that's what I mentioned. Linear equation questions in the word problem format are basically puzzles. They are basically sort of puzzles. So you can solve them by making equations, or you can solve them on your own also without making equations as well. Okay, if we make equation here, what we can do? Let's say A is having A and B is having B amount, right? Let me try to make equation here. If A is having A amount here and B is having B amount here, what do I know? That A plus B equals to 80. That's one equation. Find that A plus B equals to 180. Now what happens next? So what happens next is that A is doubling the amount of B. That how much will be the amount remaining with A here? It is going to be A minus B. Yes or no? And this amount is going to be 2B. Fine. And finally, when B is doubling the amount of A, so this comes out to be twice of A minus B. So twice of A minus B, and that is given equal to 40. Or in other words, we can say that A minus B equals to 20. So these are the two equations which we need to solve. That the sum is 80 and the difference is 20. Now you can solve these two equations in two variables as we just did in the previous part, and we can get our answers as 50 and 30. Is it okay? So basic point is that in the word problem questions, yes, fine, that's your choice. That's our choice. Examiner is not asking that what method have we used. It's up to us that what method do we want to use. But the point is that we must understand the question clearly, right? Don't guess, don't fluke. Fine. As I mentioned here, that they are doubling the amount of each other from their own share, right? It's not magic. So total amount and finally is same as the total amount initially. That is a key point here. If you miss that, you're getting different answers, 40, 20, 30, 30 and so on. So many answers. Is it okay? It's not tough, Nishita. It's not tough by using equations. It's fine. Yes, but this using the backtracking method is simpler here. Using backtracking method is simpler here, at least in this case. Where did 2 come from in A minus B? Arey Baba, when B is doubling the amount of A, so double of A twice of this A minus B, that is equal to 40, na? So that is the second equation I have written here. Is it okay? What's this name? Ova. Yes, Pranav, see what we have done. First equation I have mentioned, A plus B equals to 80. Fine. Now second equation I have made from here, that is twice of A minus B, because this B is to give some amount to A, so as to double its amount. So double of A minus B will be twice of A minus B, and that is given equal to 40 rupees. So that's my second equation. That leads to my second equation. Now by simplifying them, I can get my answer. That's how I made the equations. Fine. Is it okay? But backtracking was certainly simpler, as many of you are telling. That's perfectly fine. So basically my idea was that only, that how to use equations. How to use equations, because many times we get questions in the form of a puzzle, a word problem, where you can solve by intuition, you can solve by assuming the numbers, you can solve by backtracking, or the normal way, the basic mathematical ways to frame the equation using the variables. Fine. That was the forward direction method, and that could be the reverse direction method also. Okay. Let's proceed further now. So if you are having two variable systems of linear equations that we already discussed, so how to solve them? We have various methods: elimination, substitution, cross multiplication. We have already made use of that. And okay, we are having two questions here. Please solve them. There are two questions. You have to find the value of x and y in this first question, and then in the second question. There are two questions. Please solve them fast. These are basic mathematical questions. Now it's your choice. to select a method. By the method is mentioned here, method of elimination. And after this, we are going to solve few word problems also. Yashin, I didn't get your question exactly. You're asking since when iQuanta do preparation for CAT exam? कितने सालों से iQuanta CAT preparation करा रहा है? Is that your question? Perhaps. So it has been many years, as I remember. I think at least 10 years. Okay, Ashish is giving the answer for the first question, 1-1. Yes, it's certainly satisfies. Thank you. That's correct, Ashish. See, if you are having options for this question, then no need to solve. Just put the values and verify. So as Ashish has mentioned 1-1, I have just put the values of x as 1 and y as 1. And I can see that both the equations are satisfied. So that's the right answer. Good. Second one now. Okay. So we have got the answer for the second question as well. Dhananjay minus 5 by 2, 11 by 2, and Ashish says 27 by 4 minus 5 by 2. There are different answers I'm seeing here. Different answers. Okay, let's check that. I think let's solve the second question together. It says 2x plus 3y equals 6 and 4x plus 8y equals 7. So how to solve it using method of elimination? So method of elimination means we need to eliminate one of the variables. Fine. So how we can eliminate? By making the coefficients same. So in this first equation, if I see there's a coefficient of x as 2, it is 2x, and here it is 4x. So just double this first one, isn't it? If I double this second equation, as this first equation, it becomes 4x plus 6y. Let me write here. It becomes 4x plus 6y equals 12. See, sometimes students do this error also. 2 times 2 4x तो कर दिया, 2 times 3 4 6y भी कर दिया, but 2 times 6 करना भूल जाते हैं. Don't miss that. Fine. This is also going to be double. It is going to be 12. Now this coefficient of x is same. Now we can easily subtract this equation. While subtracting, that becomes negative term. 4x minus 4x is cancelled. 8y minus 6y is 2y, and this comes out to be 7 minus 12, that is minus 5, negative 5. Fine. And that gives you the value of y as minus 5 by 2. And putting it back, we can get the value of x as well. Is it not? Fine. Let me substitute this value of y in the second equation. If I substitute it here, it comes out to be 4x plus 8y with negative 5 by 2. This becomes negative term. 8 into 5 by 2. That is equal to 7. I have already used the negative sign outside. So 2 4s are 8, 4 5s are 20. Fine. So this 4x comes out to be 20 plus 7, that is 27, because this is negative 20 and it will become positive there. So x comes out to be 27 by 4. So this is the right answer. X is 27 by 4 and Y is minus 5 by 2. Fine, many of you already got that. Good. सानिध्य आपने उल्टा कर दिया शायद. Yes, this is the right answer. X is 27 by 4 and Y is minus 5 by 2. So basically these are the basic mathematical questions where you are getting the equations and you have to solve them. And earlier we took an example of a word problem also. Let's quickly take one more problem to end the session. And all these are known as linear equations because when you plot them, you are going to get a straight line. So there is going to be one simultaneous solution for them. There's going to be one simultaneous solution for them which will be satisfying both the equation. That is the purpose of the simultaneous solution. ऐसा solution, ऐसी values of x and y which will satisfy both of them. ठीक है ना? Okay, let's move further and okay, we can do that easily. Okay, now please do this one question. This is a word problem now. This is a word problem now. Please answer it and see how you are going to make equations. Are you going to use equation or you are going to do it on your own without making equation? Please answer this fast. We are almost towards the end of the session. And one comment, one link has been shared in between here. You may have seen one link has been, I think, pinned here in the chat. All of you are to click there and it will show you how the process, how you are going to be added to that batch, to that Facebook group. I repeat, please listen carefully. One link has been pinned in this chat which will show you the process that how you are going to be added to that Facebook group. So once this our class is over, that then you can use that. Okay, so I'm getting many answers here. Have you made equation or without equation you are solving? Please just mention that. Have you used the equation or without equation you are answering it? Some of you are saying 10 rupees, some are saying 20. Please recheck. Without equation, good. Yes, I can see, I can sense that the way you are answering, it clearly is unofficial group. Saideep information is given there in that link. Please go through that. If there's anything else required, that will be provided, don't worry. Okay, most of you are doing directly without equation. Nice. Okay, so without equation, how you are doing? Because it is given that initially Anita had ₹60. So you are making use of this information. It says Anita used half of her money in buying tomatoes. So tomato में उसने कितना use किया? The amount used in tomatoes is half. That is half of 60. Isn't it? That is 30 rupees. So 30 rupees are spent in buying tomatoes. And 1/3 in transportation. So transportation, she has spent 1/3 of money. 1/3 of what? Again, initial value only 60. That is 20 rupees. Fine. See, it doesn't say 1/3 of the remaining. It doesn't say that. I think some of you have got the other answer just because of that fact only. It doesn't say that 1/3 of the remaining amount. So we are going to take 1/3 of the total only. So 1/3 of the initial amount, that is 20 rupees. So 20 rupees for transportation and 30 rupees for tomato. So 50 rupees is the expenditure. Fine. So question was how much money is left with Anita? So of course 60 minus 50, that will be your answer, 10 rupees. So 60 minus 50, that will be 10 rupees. See, if it had mentioned that 1/3 of the remaining amount, in that case, we had to do 1/3 of 30, that would be 10, and accordingly, your answer will become 20 also. ठीक है ना? It was not mentioned here. By the way, if you have to make equation, how we have to make equation? That way only. That way only. अगर total amount हमें मालूम नहीं है, if it is x only, so total amount is x, and you are subtracting half of that, that is x by 2, and you are subtracting 1/3 also of that, that is x by 3. So that is the net amount remaining, isn't it? Okay, let's quickly do just one more question to end the session. Here it is. Now forming equation from the word problem, that is the objective basically. So Ram is 5 years younger than Rahim. 4 years later, Rahim will be twice as old as Ram. Find the percentages. Please solve it fast. Please solve it fast. This is the last session, last question of the session. Okay, Siddhanshu has come up with the answers. Siddhanshu, did you make equation or without equation you have solved? Good. That was visible from your answer, the that time taken by you to answer. Good one, Siddhanshu. Nice. This is a very easy question. Everyone, please answer fast. Okay, Priyanshu, Arpan. Good. Okay, most of you are getting the right answer. And as I said earlier, when we get the answer, we can easily verify whether it satisfies all the conditions or not, and it certainly satisfies. Now, objective was how to frame the equation. How to frame the equation. See, we have two variables here, Ram and Rahim, right? And we are talking about their ages. So we can use variables for that. Let's say present age. I'm making a table here for Ram and Rahim. So we are talking about their present ages. Ram is 5 years younger than Rahim. So we are talking about their present ages. And 4 years later. So after 4 years. After 4 years. So these are the two time frames when we are talking about. Okay, if we take the present ages of Ram and Rahim to be X and Y years, let's say. So what is the information in the first sentence? It says Ram is 5 years younger than Rahim. That means Rahim's age is more than Ram. That means Y minus X equals to 5. That is our first equation. Let me write Y minus X equals to 5. Fine. Now second, 4 years later, that means after 4 years. After 4 years, what is going to be the age of Ram? Of course, it is X plus 4. And similarly, age of Rahim is going to be Y plus 4. And it says Rahim will be twice as old as Ram. That means age of Rahim, that is Y plus 4, is going to be equal to how much? Twice, 2 times of that of Ram. That is twice of X plus 4. So on simplifying this part, we are going to get our second equation. So this will be Y minus 2X equals 4, right? This is 2 into 4, 8. 8 minus 4 will be 4. So these are the two linear equations in two variables. You can easily solve them to get your answer. That's it, right? Now you could have avoided the equations as well as Siddhanshu has done. But before that, before avoiding equations, let's remove let's make equation in single variable only. Why we are using two variables? Let's make equation in single variable. How we can do that? Just by using this first fact. Ram is 5 years younger than Rahim. Okay, let's use that fact only. So that can be utilized in the beginning itself. That can be utilized in the beginning itself. So if I'm taking Ram to be X years old, Rahim should be 5 years more than Ram, na? So Rahim is going to be nothing but X plus 5. I can directly write this because Ram is 5 years younger. Is it not? Next, after 4 years, Rahim becomes X plus 9 and is going to be X plus 4. So I'm having only one equation now, that this X plus 9 is equal to twice of X plus 4. Now we can easily simplify this and get our answer. That's how we can convert this two variable equation into one directly and solve it. So it is going to be 2x and x. This is x plus 9 equals 2x plus 8, which gives you how much? X equals to 1. Fine. If x is equal to 1 and this comes out to be 6. So 1, 6 are the answers. Fine. And similarly, without using even a single variable also, you can answer this question. Okay, we should end it here. So we are going to discuss the further part as per your schedule that has already been mentioned in the beginning. So I hope this session was fruitful. We have discussed about our iQuanta pedagogy, how we are going to study. We have studied about a bit about the quant section itself, what are the different topics, what are the different weightages, and how can we crack CAT in the given frame of time. Fine. So let's stop here for the day. So thank you very much. You can mention your feedbacks here if any comments you want to say. And I will repeat that you have been provided with the link here in the chat here by iQuanta team. So you have to click on that link and that will show you the process that how you're going to be added to that Facebook group. Tanya, I was looking for that question. How can we solve it without making equation? Good question, Tanya. See, it is mentioned that between Ram and Rahim, the age gap is 5 years, isn't it? So let's understand it visually. This is, say, Ram, and this is Rahim. Their age gap is 5 years, and it is going to remain 5 years always. It is going to remain 5 years always. Yes or no? Right? This is going to remain 5 years always. So when it says that after 4 years, it says after 4 years later, Rahim will be twice as old as Ram. So after 4 years, it will happen that Rahim is going to be twice that of Ram. So what is going to happen? So after 4 years, Ram is going to be 5 years old. That's the thing. After 4 years, Ram is going to be 5 years old. Because at that time, Rahim will be 5 plus 5. That is double. Isn't it? So that confirms that Ram presently is 1 and Rahim presently is 6. That's it. Nothing to write. And this is also a mental image. You don't need to draw it if you are able to understand this. Let me repeat what I'm saying. So presently, Ram is 5 years younger than Rahim. That means the age gap is 5 years. And before or afterwards also this gap is going to remain 5 years. So the moment Rahim becomes double of Ram, that means Rahim is going to be 10 years older, isn't it? And that is going to happen after 4 years. That's how. Yes, without equation it is more easy. Certainly. If you are able to think properly, then certainly it is more easy. But if you are unable to think, bhaiya kam se kam equation to banana seekh lo, isn't it? So that was the whole objective. Okay, thank you. So it's all from my side. I shall finish it here. I did with using only 1x. That's nice, Sarpan, good. Without equation we have just discussed. I hope it makes some sense. Thank you everyone. Thank you. Link kahan par hai, sir? Link, bhaiya, I can see at the top of the chat. I think it is pinned here. Are you able to see this black tab? I am able to see this black tab. Hai na? Yes, you can click there and it will show you the process. It will give you the entire flow chart of the program. Fine. So I will take your leave now. Thank you very much. Yes, that's what Arpan, at least make the equation. That was the whole objective. The topic right now here was to how to frame equation. But if you can avoid that, that's a good way, good thing. But not necessary always. Rizwan, just click on that link and it will show you the whole procedure of joining the group. Fine. Okay, I will take your leave now. Thank you everyone.